What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? Guys, I'm excited because today we're going to talk about 3 things like we usually do here on the channel. First off, we're going to go over how to get your significant other to buy into this whole crypto idea. Get them excited to invest with you. Because it's a lot easier when you guys are working together as opposed to having somebody else go, no, I don't like this. I don't think that you're doing it the right way, right? Like you want that buy-in. So I'll share how I got my wife to buy into this whole thing. Secondly, I want to go over what stablecoins are. And you're going to go,
Action, I already know what stablecoins are.
yeah, okay, great, wonderful. It's going to take a sentence or two, but it's important for me to cover that because point number 3, I want to show you how you can get the best bang for your buck when it comes to APYs and APRs on your stablecoin investing, because you're either working for your money or you have your money working for you, and that's what we want to focus on. And to kick this off, I actually was gifted a cameo way back at the beginning of the channel, and I want to share that with you right now.
What's up, you guys? It's Graham on Cameo here, and first of all, I want to say congratulations on growing the channel now. I see almost 500 subscribers. We got to get you to 1,000 though. So if you're watching this right now, I don't know who's watching this, but just make sure
Hang
to
on a second. You don't know who's watching? Everybody's watching, Graham. Come on, get it together. And it's well over 500 already, so let's keep going.
We got to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we have to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you are going to try to convince your significant other to invest in crypto, what would you say? I don't know the answer to this. So maybe I could learn the answer with you guys. So how about that? Subscribe, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps out a ton. And yes, thank you.
Well, that's it. So you guys heard it. Subscribe, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll add one. Leave a comment down below if this video is helpful at all, and more topics, things that you want to actually hear from the channel. And something I promised a long time ago, I'm going to do something special for this video, especially. I do have a second channel, and I'll put a link to that right here or somewhere on the screen. And I'm going to actually do a little video in regards to why it's important to start off slow. And I guess you can say it's the video that you want your significant other to actually watch if you're trying to convince them. Not this one, because you're going to be like, oh, you heard this and that's why you're trying to convince me. No. I'll put it on the other channel. That way it's not confusing. Now, let's get into it. How did I do it? First off, it's hard because you usually have that struggle having people, one person wants to go all into stuff and the other one's like, we have bills to pay. I really want to go on that vacation in a couple of months like we planned, and we can't just drain our funds. And it's completely understandable. It's completely natural. And here's my recommendation to you. Start slow. And it doesn't mean, start with a very tiny little bit of money, which for some people, that's what it takes. But start slow in regards to what you're investing in, because the safer the investment, the easier it is for people to understand what it actually is all about, right? Because at the end of the day, people that I guess you can say, don't want to invest, don't want to gamble, don't want to risk it, don't want to buy stocks or anything along those lines, they are simply playing it safe. That's the best way to go about it. So stablecoins, that's where they come in. This is point number 2. Stablecoins, I believe, are the answer to getting that buy-in and getting people to be on your side, because you can start off slow by investing in stablecoins. And stablecoins are nothing more than cryptocurrencies that put their value on something else, right? So very commonly in crypto, you have USDC, USDT, and these are all stablecoins that peg their value on the dollar. What they're saying is for every one USDT or USDC that you purchase, there is $1 set aside for that purchase. So they're pegged on a specific thing. They can do this with all sorts of things, right? Like a stablecoin doesn't have to just be currency. It doesn't just have to be, the US dollar. It can be, commodities. It could be gold. It could be whatever, you name it. You can actually, peg a stablecoin to anything. I want to focus on stablecoins that are actually tied to the dollar today. And there's a lot of talk around USDT saying that they don't have the money there. It's all fake. So let's not go over that. Let's stick with USDC, which comes from Coinbase. It's pretty safe because, you have a publicly traded company. They're regulated. So I guess you can kind of trust it is the best way for me to explain it. Now, how you get your wife to actually go about doing this? My opinion is that you need to show that you need it, right? You got to show that need. And there really is a need. And let me address this before anybody else, starts saying, why are you talking about wife? What if, what about my husband? Yeah, I get that. But let's be serious. The channel is a sausage fest. And here's the proof. So 95% of people watching this channel are actually dudes. That's what the stats say, not me. So that's, where I'm coming from. Now, second piece. This is actually super important. Why does it matter? This is why it matters. Why you want to earn a high yield on your money. Right now, in the US, the inflation rate was at 5.4%. That's a lot. That means that your money sitting in the bank is losing 5.3 since it went down 0.1%. It's losing its value, 5.3% annually. That's bad. That just means that you're losing money. Your dollar's not worth as much as it used to be a year ago. And that compounds year over year over year over year. So you're losing money. So your stellar, bank, I actually don't want to call out Graham on his whole banking thing that he's investing in. But, the returns on banking right now on savings accounts, they suck. They're awful. You're not earning anything on your money. So stablecoins, in my opinion, are the best way to go about doing that. So you show the need. How do you show the need? You say, hey, we're losing money. Money sitting in these accounts are actually losing value. I don't care if a bank gives you 2% interest on your money, which you will not find anywhere. If you do, leave me a comment down below. I'll go put money in there right now because it doesn't exist. So let's go with the stablecoin, right? Let's focus on USDC. And while I go through these, I'm going to tell you about ways for you to actually earn money on top of it. Because every time you sign up for one of these services, you can earn some money on top of it. Starting off with, and I'll put a little timestamp so you can follow along. First one, BlockFi. Now, I want you to be careful because a lot of these sites are a little bit tricky in the way that they tell you how much you're going to earn. And BlockFi is no different. I used to have a good chunk of change inside of BlockFi. They had a promo where they were actually paying out 15% for a short period of time on stablecoin. And they do have GUSD, but you can do other ones here as well. So USDC is another one. It's the same amount. And right now, you can earn up to 8.25%, which is better than losing that 5.3% to inflation. So this is a start, right? Here's what I want everybody to understand. The rates change based on how much money you're putting in there. And this is one of the reasons I actually went with a different company. And spoiler alert, it'll be the last one. You can see it in the comments. I'll put a timestamp for it. But if you deposit $100 on BlockFi, you get $10. So it's like you should totally sign up for all of these and then keep your money wherever you think is best. All right. Now, you can see here that it's at 8.25%. I mean, it shows because you can see the interest earned in 1 year. Now, if we add, let's say we're not doing 10,000, we're doing 100,000. You see how that changed? Now it's only 7.5%. We add another zero to this, and things just keep getting worse. So please, when you're looking at these sites, keep in mind how much money you're actually looking to invest. And it's a little tricky sometimes to even find the details on what the rates are. So for BlockFi, take a look at this. They have tiers. You can earn 4.5% on your Bitcoin as long as it's less than 0.1 Bitcoin. And then the rates drop. Same thing. And I'm going to go down to USDC and USDT here. Look at this. So for USDC, you have 7% earnings when it comes to anything above $40,000. That is a deal breaker for me. Not only that, I believe that 8.25% is not that high of a number. They dropped these rates tremendously recently, which caused me to basically say, peace, I'm out. I pulled my money out and now I am going with somebody else. Now, USDC comes from Coinbase, like I was saying. I like Coinbase personally, especially because you get $10 if you trade $100 on their platform. It's free money. I always say yes to free money. But look at this. You can earn up to 5% on your crypto. And this is staking. This is locking up your money, right? And look at that. USDC, 0.15%. Not the number I'm looking for because at this rate, we're still losing money to inflation. And I am not about losing money to inflation. So let's go to the next one. Celsius. Now, Celsius is actually not bad. And I'll show you a feature from Celsius, which I really, really like. And it's how rich people stay rich. You can earn up to 17% on your crypto. 17% is a lot. That's actually a really good amount. So we'll scroll down and we'll take a look. Oh, they're paid weekly. So we got some compounding interest going on in there as well. Now, USDC, only 8.88%. That's not good because it's I can get more other places. So that 17% isn't really 17%. And we go international rates. Okay, we're still earning the same thing. Oh, we can earn and sell. And now they're going to give us a better return on our money. So if your interest is earned in their token, you get more money. I want to make sure my money stays intact, and I don't want to gamble the money that I'm making. Remember, we're trying to convince other people here. We got to tell them it's safe. We got to keep it safe. So that's not necessarily the safest way to go about it. And remember how I told you that little trick? Add zeros. Anytime you're looking at a calculator, add zeros. Let's see if it stays. Look at that. APY stays regardless of the the amount of money that you put in here. That's a really good sign. But when it comes to Celsius, this is what I really like about them. Take a look at this portion. You can borrow money at 1% interest. Well, if you pay and sell, they drop it down even more. So it's 0.75, but let's keep it at 1% just to be fair. And we're talking about USD. So US dollars, you can borrow US dollars. And as long as you have a collateral amount of money in your account. So let's say that money is growing, you're earning. You can borrow at 1%. Now, why in the world would you want to borrow at 1%? Here's why. Because if you realize gains, you end up having to pay taxes on things. This is a big reason why a lot of people that hold cryptocurrency, especially when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum, they don't want to sell. They basically want to have those funds sit there, and they'll borrow money against it because they don't have to pay taxes on a loan. It's counterintuitive. You're like, wait, why in the world would I do? Because you're not going to be paying as much taxes. That's how the rich stay rich. They basically don't take income. They take out loans because it's a lot cheaper to go that route. Now, this is my favorite feature when it comes to Celsius, to be honest with you. I think that this is the big thing that they have going for them. And it really encourages people to actually put, tokens in there, put crypto in there because of this, this incentive of borrowing. Now, Hodlnaut. This is actually, I like them, but again, there's a little bit of a catch. It's 12.73% APY, and we're going to go down here and you can see everything that's going on here. You can look at our rates. So here are our rates, and they are really, really clear. This is my favorite thing about them. They show you up front exactly how it works. If you're looking to invest less than $25,000, like it's your emergency fund, and you just want to keep that money there safe, I like them a lot. When it comes to my funds, I have more than that. So I'm like, I really got to find a platform that I can hold stablecoin that won't penalize me for having too much. So they don't work out for me because of that specific fact, but they do work out for a lot of people if you're trying to keep it under $25,000. And it's a good place to start. Like, I actually like these guys. They're from Singapore. And I actually reached out to them directly to see how legit things were. And they actually reply to emails, which is rare nowadays. I didn't mention Celsius. Celsius is actually nice because if you get like $50 worth of BTC if you sign up for those guys, if you deposit like $400, so it's a really good return. These guys are a little bit different. If you put down $1,000, you get like $20 back. So they're really interested in having people grow their money with both stablecoins and other tokens as far as APY is concerned. This is their big thing that they're focusing on. Now, what else we got? Oh, can't forget about this one. Nexo. Now, I almost went with Nexo, and then I started looking at the fine print. I am not thrilled about Nexo. Not that I don't like what they're doing. I just think that they make it more complicated than they have to, and it messes people up big time. So take a look at this. Crypto asset. And this is one of those tricky calculators, right? So I'm going to bring this down. Let me see here. So about 12 months. Okay. Let's add some zeros here. What happens? Oh, look at that. Nothing changes. But you have to look at the fine print. Nexo is one of these places that kind of messes things up because they have loyalty tiers. So you get, the loyalty tiers here make a difference in regards to how much you're actually earning. You get 2 extra % interest in your holdings if you're earning in Nexo. Not only that, you need to have 5% of your portfolio balance in Nexo tokens, or 10% in Nexo tokens if you're gonna earn more money. And here's the breakdown of that. This is really critical for you guys to understand. And I don't like this at all because it's hidden. My biggest thing is that you gotta be upfront with this stuff. I don't mind it if this is how you operate, but don't bury it. That's not good. That's not how you do this. So for you to actually earn the high amount that we're talking about, so the 12%, you have to be in a platinum tier, and you have to earn, you have to cash out in Nexo tokens. That means that 10% of your investments have to be in Nexo. And yeah, that's not good. Like, I'm not interested in setting things up this way. It's too much money in Nexo, and I don't think that this is the right way to go about it. Now, but it do give you $10 if you deposit $100. So you can get 10% return right off the bat by just depositing money. So it's worth it. Now, my current go-to is going to be crypto.com. And the reason I like these guys is, yes, they have a really high, so they're actually they try to be as upfront as possible with things. So 14% on stablecoins. Yes, there are catches, but their catches, they're really upfront. So take a look at this. They have the calculator right here in front of you. And this is how they do it. Basically, you pick your coin, and then you say, how much am I going to deposit? I'm just going to do, let's say $100,000. And I can do, so their thing is staking, right? You stake coins in their own currency to earn a higher return. So I'm going to actually zoom out so you can see this a little bit better right there. All right. So if we lock up $400 or less, and flexible, let's do flexible, you earn 6% on your money. So you can make $6,000 on 100,000 in 1 year. Now, personally, this is the route that I chose to go with. And here's why. I think that the CRO tokens could be doing a little bit better. I think that they're growing a lot, and there is still room for them to go up. The money that I locked up is actually continuing to increase. And I guess I got to put this thing here on the screen. Let me see. Yeah. At the end of the day, like, not financial advice, but I'm telling you what I did. And if I did it, like, I'm not going to tell you guys to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. And actually, I never tell you guys what to do. I just share my own experiences. And at the end of the day, if you guys think it's worth it, you do it. I did this. This is my personal setup. I went ahead and I staked $4,000 so I could earn a higher interest rate. Not only that, the money that I'm locking up, I am locking up in multiple tiers. So I'll do 1 month and I'll do 3 months. So essentially, I'm earning 12% on my money because I don't need to access the money right now. Like, it's not an emergency, right? And as long as I keep enough money, essentially coming to term every few months, I'm good. So I'll do 1 month and I'll do a 3 month. As soon as the 1 month expires, I'll go ahead and do that as 3 months because the next one is only 2 months away. And I'll keep rolling on that. And I was super tempted to go to the $40,000 or more because it gets you 14% on your stablecoin, but it's too much money for me to lock up, in my opinion, on this non-stable coin, basically on their own token. And here is the added bonus. So by staking, you're basically getting one of their credit cards. That's basically the way they look at it. So let's comparing the tiers. With crypto.com, you can actually get $25 if you stake $400. They're like the worst ones as far as rewards go when it comes to like bang for your buck, because you gotta lock up $400 to get 25 back. But if you're doing this long term, 100% worth it. I landed right here on this 4,000 for the Royal Indigo card, which gives me 3% back in CRL tokens and rewards. It's pretty good. Like, not gonna lie, I was okay locking up $4,000. I couldn't get myself to lock up to that $40,000, but 5% is really, really nice. I just have other cards which are earning me perks that are pretty worth it as well. Now, the way they're trying to get people in here, that you can get Netflix and Spotify for free. So if you're trying to convince somebody else, say, oh yeah, they're paying for my Spotify and my Netflix account. So that's, something else. Lounge key. This is if you're traveling a lot, because everybody's traveling so much right now. You get free access to a lounge, and then they have a lot of other things if you're going to go into higher tiers. But like I was saying before, I'm sold on this tier right here, on this essentially middle tier of that 3%, because it's not a lot of risk when it comes to the amount of money that I'm locking up. It's only $4,000, and the return on that is pretty darn good. It's going to get me 12% on my stablecoin, and that has essentially no limit, right? That's the thing. That's the way I'm looking at it. Hopefully this is helpful. And if you didn't listen to Graham earlier, what I would say is make sure you're smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't done so, leave a comment down below, because that does go a long way. People don't realize how much that, matters, but it does matter a lot for the algorithm, because it tells YouTube, hey, this video is worthwhile watching and more people should do so. So this is my little breakdown of the research that I did for myself to kind of figure out where I was going to put down my money. And I ended up going to crypto.com. It's not because I think they are the best. I think they're the best for my my case, my special case scenario here. But I'm going to make sure I have links. They're all referral links, essentially. So you get something, I get something from them. And it's funny, like some of these don't actually give me any money unless you either stake or what else can you do here? Or unless you actually, accrue interest, which is actually kind of cool. I like the way you do that, because I am hoping to grow this community with a bunch of people that, yes, are risk takers, but at the end of the day are diligent enough with their funds to make sure that it's growing and growing long term. That's my goal. It's to provide you guys with value, provide you guys with information that's going to help you grow your money on a daily basis or weekly, since that's how these rewards are paid out. Guys, thank you very much for following the channel, sticking along, with me through this enjoyable YouTube ride, and I will see you guys on the next one. All right, I'm back. Now, I wasn't planning on actually coming back, but I'm really excited because I gave that Deeper Connect Mini away on Twitter. So if you haven't been following me on Twitter, make sure you go check that out. At the end of the day, the other thing that I want to tell you all is that I'm always available when it comes to the Discord. If you guys don't know about Discord, it's gonna be in the description as well. So check out Discord, because it does help, because you have a lot of other people that might be dealing with the same issues, have the same questions, and we're all there. And if I haven't said this before, leave a comment down below. Let people know that channel is working. You guys appreciate it or don't appreciate it. Like, at the end of the day, I just want to hear from you, right? Because it's real talk. I'm sitting in an empty room talking to myself. If I didn't have any comments coming my way, people would think I was crazy. Still think I'm a little crazy, but it's worthwhile, because it's been super, super awesome hearing back from you all and knowing that I'm having an impact. Because I've said this before to other people, but if I can actually make a difference in one person's life, I'm done. I'm happy. That's my goal. That's always been my goal. That's going to continue to be my goal from the thousands of kids that I've worked with in the past. If I can just have a positive impact on one of them, happy, good, did something right. So if this video has a positive impact on any of you, let me know. It'd be great to hear back and know what's going on in your journey. And hopefully your wife is happy about these comments. I got to go record that other video now, so I'm going to go. Take care, guys. See ya.